Hello everyone, welcome back. This video lecture for class 7th subject science chapter number 6 and that is physical and chemical changes. So dear students, in previous video lecture we have already revised this chapter, the important fact that matters about that we have discussed. Under that we have talked about there are mainly two types of changes. First, chemical change and another one is physical change. Under the chemical change, we have talked about the change in which two or more substances that are known as reactants. Okay, the substances which are going to undergoing bring changes that are known as reactants. Fine. So, by combining of two or more substances that is known as reactants to produce, why we are combining them to produce one or more new substance, that is known as the new substance which we are getting, that is known as product. Okay, that is known as product. So, the new substance which we are getting after the combining of two substances, that could be one or more also, isn't it? And the property which we are getting from new substance, that could be also different from the reactant, isn't it? So such type of change is known as chemical change. In simple words, we can say under the chemical change, a new substance which we are getting, that type of change is called chemical change. And in chemical change, reactants can be changed, reactants properties could be changed with the then product. Fine. The substance undergoing a reaction are called reactant, while the nearly formed substance as a result of reaction are called products, isn't it? For example, 2HO plus O2, and that will give the product. That means these two reactants are there, isn't it? And by these combining of two reactants, the equation which we get, that could be 2HO H2O. Fine. So in the above reaction, we can say hydrogen and oxygen are reacting together to form water. What will be formed? That could be water, isn't it? So H2O and O2O are reactants, and H2O that could be get, that is known as product. Clear? So this is the main concept of this chapter, main funda of this chapter, that is chemical change. About physical change, that is very simple and easy. Properties such as shape, size and color, state of a substance can be changed under the physical change. And what is physical change? The change in which only physical property of any substance can change. Like just now we talked about shape, size and color could be changed. Shape, size, color, or in some cases state also, like solid, liquid, gas, isn't it? So in physical change, we can say that changes in which only physical properties like shape, size, color and state, that could be changed in physical change, isn't it? And physical change mostly reversible. But if we talk about chemical change is not reversible, so that is why that known as irreversible change. So we can say chemical change is always irreversible and physical change mostly reversible. I am repeating mostly, that means in some cases it could be also reverse, in some cases it could be also irreverse, isn't it? Only we can say mostly reversible. Physical change could be say that mostly reversible, but in some cases it also is irreversible like chemical change, and it does not form a new substance, while chemical change always form a new substance, as we talked about H2O. Fine. The combining of hydrogen and oxygen, we will get water, isn't it? So the two substances like H2O, H2 plus O2, both are the two substances and these are the reactants, and after combining these reactants, the formation, the product which we get, that is water, that means H2O. Clear? So hope so you all have understood what is this chemical and physical changes. Today we are going to this was recap of the previous session. Today we are going to start additional questions, some questions which are generally asked in the exam. Let us start. First question, as it is written here, which of the following is a physical change, isn't it? So melting of ice, melting of wax, formation of steam from water, and all of these. So what could be the answer? Obvious, all of these. The answer could be D. Clear? So here all three type of changes, like melting of ice. In melting of ice we will not get any new substance, isn't it? Only state of particular substance will change, isn't it? Ice will convert into water, only state will change. That means from solid to liquid, it will change like solid to liquid. It means in such type of substance, in such type of change, only state will be changed, and state, if it is changing, that is the property of only physical change, isn't it? In second, melting of wax, wax again melt करके आप उसको it will again the form of the change of the state from solid to liquid, and formation of steam, that means it will change of like again state like gaseous to liquid, isn't it? Steam वापस water में convert हो रही है, that means steam is the form of a gas. Gas will convert into water, this is also state will be changed. So such type of change only occurs in physical change. So we can say these all three changes are like physical change. Second question, in which type of change a new substance is formed? So very easy, very simple. In chemical change only new substance will found. In physical change mostly we said that mostly it is reversible, but not in all cases. But chemical change, under the chemical change always we will get a new substance, a new product, or it could be more than one product also, isn't it? So such type of change is known as chemical change. So in this question we can say a new substance is formed in chemical change. Third question, which method is used to prevent rusting? Already in previous video lecture we have talked about what is rusting, a film of brownish substance on the iron, or we can say a brownish substance covered to the iron due to the natural conditions like air, water, sunlight, and moisture in the air. All these factors are effect to the rust, all these factors are effect to the iron, and due to these factors iron will turn into rust. So we can say a film of brownish stains on the iron particles is known as rusting. So here is the question, how to prevent rusting, rusting को कैसे stop कर सकते हैं? So that is the process like galvanization, crystallization and sedimentation. None of these. Obvious, the answer could be galvanization, because in crystallization we are getting only crystals, isn't it? In one experiment we have already completed this thing, that crystallization is the method under which we can get, what could we get? We can get from the sea water we could be get salt in the pieces, in the crystals, isn't it? So this is the change, like crystallization is the one type of change that is known as chemical change, and galvanization is the process. Under this process we can prevent the rust. How could we prevent the rust? By the galvanization, that means one type of paint or layer is used in galvanization, or we can say the process of depositing a layer of zinc. Okay, the process of depositing a layer of zinc on iron is known as galvanization. So this is the process under which we can prevent the rusting. Clear? So here our answer must be galvanization. Sedimentation is the process to separate the highly impurities from any substance. This is not a method of preventing of rusting, prevent rusting on the iron articles. So here our answer could be galvanization. Clear? In fourth question, which of the following is a chemical change? Again, burning of paper, germination of seed, formation of coal from the wood, and all of these. So answer could be all of these. These all are the methods which are chemical changes, because burning of paper we will get the paper will turn into ashes, isn't it? So we got new substance, and the properties of the new substance will be changed. The paper ashes property will be changed from the paper. That means products properties which we get that could be changed than paper, isn't it? In second case, germination of seed. Here again we could seeds, once it will germinate we will get some small little plant, isn't it? Very baby plant. So such type of change, again from baby plant we can't get seed, so we got again new substance. So this is also chemical change. Formation of coal from the wood, that is also chemical change, because in formation of coal we will get some chemical properties from the product from the coal. So this is also a chemical change. And next is the fifth question, that is very important from exams point of view, that is the formula of rust. This question generally used to ask in exams. So what is the formula of rust? Fe3O4, Fe2O3, FeO none. Answer should be B. That means Fe2O3. Fine. Remember the answer perfectly. That answer should be Fe2O3. Don't get confused, don't get mess in your mind. A answer is also there, that is Fe3O4. Here is the change of 2 and 3 number. Fine. Fe, that is 2, and O should be 3. So these were the MCQ portion. Now we will start very short answer type questions. So here is the first question, what are two main kinds of changes? Very simple, the changes which occurs, which we are by which we are surrounded by such changes, that are known as, that are only two types of changes. For example, physical and chemical changes. Whatever changes we are seeing surrounding us, these all type of changes only comes in the two categories, that are chemical or physical. Next question, if you cut off the paper into various pieces, is there any change in the property of the paper? Obvious, no, there is no change in the chemical property of paper. Fine. Change could be seen, isn't it? There is no change in the chemical property of paper, because the paper, the product which we get, there is that cutting of the paper, they don't have any chemical property, they don't have. That means the product which we get, like small pieces of paper, from these papers उनकी प्रॉपर्टी सेम रहेगी, है ना, जो दैट वाज प्रीवियस वन. जब पेपर को कटिंग किए बिना हमने रखा था, एट द टाइम द प्रॉपर्टी विच द पेपर वॉज हैविंग, सेम प्रॉपर्टी आफ्टर कटिंग ऑफ द पेपर वी विल गेट, isn't it? So there is no change in the property of paper, isn't it? So such type of change can be come in the category of chemical, because once you broken the paper, once you cut off the paper, you will not get again paper in previous position. So here is the change of the chemical, but this change is no property will be changed, only size will be change of the paper. So such type of change is known as physical change. Next question, give two example of physical change. Very simple, melting of ice, boiling of water, melting of wax, formation of steam from water. All these type of change are the examples of physical change, because in such type of changes only shape size will be only change, no other changes could be seen. Moving further, the next thing, question number 4, what is rust? So when a piece of iron is kept for some days in the open, it acquires, here you are able to see, when a piece of iron is kept for some days in the open, it acquires a film of brownish substance, that we already discussed. When a film of brownish substance comes on the will contains iron articles sorry. So that layer is known as, which is filmy brownish color, that layer is known as rusting. Okay. So, and what is the condition of the rusting? It should be in the open air. It should be, the presence of moisture should be there, and presence of oxygen will be also there. If both these substance will be available in the atmosphere, only then rusting can be possible, isn't it? So, what are the condition for the rusting? We can say presence of moisture and presence of oxygen should be there. Only then rusting, a film of brownish substance will be obtaining by the iron articles, that is known as rusting. Next question, what do you mean by rusting? Again the question, same type of question. What is the rusting? The process of formation of rust on the iron. That process, only the process of the rust on the iron is known as rusting. Sixth question, what is the nature of aqueous solution of magnesium oxide? The aqueous solution of magnesium oxide is basic in nature. We know this solution, this type of chemical reaction is in nature is basic. No, it is salt, no, it is acidic. This type of solution we will get, that will be in basic form. So because it turns red litmus into blue, because basic, and how could we come to know that the particular substance is having basic nature? So under this process, under this activity, we have already talked, when red litmus paper will turn into blue, that means that particular substance could be in basic in nature. Clear? Next question, what kind of change is rusting? Obvious, it is chemical change, because new substance which we get, that is outsiding layer on the iron article, that layer is known as rusting. So we will get a new substance, a new product, that is a chemical change. Next question, what is the color of flame when magnesium is burnt? जब magnesium को burn किया जाता है, it will turn into white color. About this activity of magnesium ribbon color will be changed. That activity we will do in next video lecture. Fine. So hope so you all have understood today's lecture. In next video lecture we will continue this session from question number 9. Till that, take care, goodbye, and stay at home.